How's it going, guys? All right. It just occurred to me, like it did the last time. I got a bunch of Holdens here, and this is more than I had before. And there's two more that, well, there's the big one, the big Ute, and then there's another white Ute that you guys seen. It's a Matchbox that I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it, but um, I just want to show you guys this before this collection all gets broken up. But I have good news. The majority of this collection is heading down to Australia. Part of the contingent of this made it to New Zealand. Kiwi Mike and the Hot Wheel boys, they have it. Craig got a couple cars, and Mike got a few cars as well. And I have some coming to Hot Car Track and Mount Western Raceway. That would be the cop cars. These guys. There's a lot of cop cars here. And we've been kicking it around, but we're thinking that we should have a Holden tournament, maybe a Holden Invitational or something. And since you guys are going to have Holdens to modify, I don't see why not. I mean, there's the really nice ones that you guys are probably not going to want to modify, but I can tell you, I can get more of these. This one here in particular, this is a hard one to get. I found one for like $35 US, and I had to pass because they can be had for under $10 US, and so that's what I'm trying to do, is trying to find them for as inexpensively as possible. Like this, for instance, Johnny Lightning here can be had for around, this one goes between 10 and 20, and it's usually on the high end. And that's the GTO 04 Monero. And then there's the really cool version of that. One that I modified right there. That's 63 grams with an intact interior. I think it could probably go a little bit more for a mod. But these are all my mods here. The heaviest one is, let's see, this one right here is the heaviest. That one's at 85. And I had to butcher the interior. I was gonna put the interior back together, but you know what? It's the race cars, and I'm not too worried about it. And then the two Holdens here on the left, their interiors are intact, and they're right around 70 something grams, and they perform well. And the lightest is this little guy here at 63, and you've seen him on the videos. He can compete with the heavier cars. So I can see us having enough Holdens, to have a good tournament. And then, if we need to fill in some gaps, we can always add maybe Mustangs. And like the 2008 casting, similar to what my yellow and black one that I modified that's really fast and has a tire blowout in the Wildcat Championship. And Cat Pirate, I think he had one in the last Hot Rods tournament. And that's about the same size as these Holdens, and they could be modded and be in the same weight. And then there's some Camaros, and there's the Dodge Challenger is another casting that's a similar casting. And what I'm thinking is, we have these cars, similar size and weight, and pretty close to the same weight division, weight class, and then preferably tires on as many as we possibly can. We're going to have some good looking races, and it can make for a really good tournament. And I know you guys would just love to see a bunch of Holdens on the TV, especially down at Hot Car Track at Mount Western Raceway. And I'm right there with you. I want to see a bunch of Holdens. And I know I'm letting the cat out of the bag, but we're going to be having a police presence on Mount Western Raceway. Yeah. Holdenville Police Force. I don't know if Simon's going to call it that, but are you? I've been kind of hitting around that because that would be kind of a cool name. And so anyway, I'm getting ready to pack these up. All these are coming out of their packages, these cop cars, because Casey and Mark and I, and of course Hot Car Track, these are all coming down to him. And I've got to figure out how to fit them all into this box. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm pretty sure. But see, it's not just these that have to go. There's a bunch of other cars from the Johnny Lightning hauls and various other Hot Wheels that I've picked out of my collection. And the rumor's true, I am going to be opening an eBay store. And I'm going to be offering, obviously, some very friendly prices to my friends down under. And overall, it's going to be a very well-priced store. I'm not going to really, of course, I'm going to have some sucker items because, hey, if you're stupid enough to pay $300 for a car, I mean, thank you very much. But for the most part, everything's going to be very reasonable priced. And you'll be rewarded for purchasing more than just one car because you're going to save a bunch of money on shipping. And that's my goal. I'm still researching that. And I really want to get the shipping prices down. I mean, it's really tricky to get it down to like $1 a car, to ship down to Australia or New Zealand. But, I've already done it with Kiwi Mike and Craig from Hot Wheel Boys. And, that worked out pretty well. And I did it once with Hot Car Track, my first haul. And, previously, before we all met, I had an eBay store and I had several really, really good loyal customers from Australia. And I shipped to Queensland, and Port Broughton was the other place. And there was one other guy. I think he was in Sydney. And they bought a lot of cars. And I convinced them to buy in volume and just, we just built a stack till I could fill the box up to where I could get the price down to $1 a car. And I was able to keep them in the packages. And it worked out pretty well. Prices have gone up since then because that was about 10 years ago. But anyway, I just wanted you guys to see this. And if you're trying to count, I think I got to, let's count them. I think there's like 41, 42. There's 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That's 16 cars right there. 18. All right, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27. Then we got 6 here. Okay, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. And if we count the big ute that's down here, and then the one missing in action, the white Holden that's the off-road, it's a pretty cool one too. It's also a ute. Well, that puts us up to 43. So I personally, this is the most Holdens I've ever seen in my life in one place at one time. And I have a sneaky feeling this runs true with most of you guys, especially my pals down under. So yeah, that was pretty much it. The weather was pretty good today. I almost got a chance to pull off a race and do some testing. I wanted to test those zingers. I really wanted to test those bad, but just too many things went on. But I really enjoyed watching Hot Wheel Boys video. Craig was, he was excited. I was too. I was just so happy. I was at a loss for words. That was so cool. And that's okay. I'm going to be doing that again because we need to have the more cars we have down there that are cool, and the more tracks, amongst us. It's going to give us more places to race and places where we can trust our cars. Because hey, let's face it, we do a mod. It's like our kids, man. I don't want to just send it anywhere. I'm sorry, but there's places I'm not going to send my cars. But I will send cars to Craig, and I will send them to Hot Car Track. And when Mark gets his track up, there are exceptions to the rule, but for now, that's what we got going. And I also figured out when I get my track going, the Wildcat, when I hold tournaments and you guys want to get cars in, we'll piggyback stuff because we can ship them all up together to here to me, and I'll ship them back to you guys. At least I'll get them to Simon, and then maybe we'll finish the tournament at Hot Car Track. It could start at Mount Western Raceway, and then come up to the Wildcat, and then maybe back to New Zealand. I mean, we can work this out, but we just work as a group collectively, and I think that we can have a lot of fun amongst ourselves. And sure, we can include other people, but they're just going to have to be prepared to be beaten. Oh, look at the tail dragger. I went crazy with the Sharpie, and I don't know. I could be crazy, but I think that car looks pretty cool now. And it's faster. I can't wait to race it. It still has a chance to make it down because there were some cars that got excluded from the trip, and so it still stands the yellow 41 Moon Eyes Gasser with Bonds 007 driving, and then the Judge 2 driven by me. Those are the two that are going down, for the next Road Warriors 3 and 4. But the Green Gasser, he stated a pretty good case, and the Tail Dragger actually stated a pretty good case too. And I found a problem with one of the Blackfire 4s. Blackfire 3 had an issue. And so I'm going to have to do it again, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. So it's going to take a while to get all these babies. Well, not all these are going to anywhere, actually. Some of them haven't been spoken for yet. But when I get everything wrapped up and packed up, then hopefully I can, last minute, have a little quick tournament to see what happens, and then could be changing who goes down there, but we'll see. Oh, there's that cool display case I showed you guys, and even sitting like this in the room isn't working for me. So, all right, you guys have a great one, and it's always fun. And I'm going to do another Johnny Lightning haul here shortly, several actually. So, in the meantime, you guys take care and stay safe. And this is Triple J, and you guys have a good night.